This review covers the 1977 Chevy Street Pickup. It's a 125 scale kit from Revell, number 14552. It's a skill level 4 kit due to the large decals. Now, Chevy sold millions of these square body trucks back in the day, and the 77 C10 went for around 6,000. But now, one in good condition will fetch 15,000 or more. This kit features the classic Chevy square body pickup designed for 1977 and includes 80s style modifications, including a tuned port injected 350 V8 and a 4-speed tranny. It's got exit side exhaust along with period perfect Champ 500 wheels and some California style new wave decals. Originally released in '77, this kit's had many reissues, but this is the 2024 release, and it represents a customized street version of the pickup that were common in the 80s and 90s. Now, I used parts from my parts box to build a replica of one of my favorite custom trucks from back in the 70s, so I'll be substituting some parts and showing you how that's done. The kit contains 83 pieces molded in white, chrome, and translucent gray with chrome-plated parts. It's got soft big and little tires with good tread detail, but no sidewall script. I didn't have any troubles building this kit. Everything fit pretty well. And when you're done, the kit measures 8 inches long, 3.5 inches wide, and 2.5 inches high. Here are the decals for this kit, and it's a new expanded decal sheet for the kit. It includes a lot of those new wave, we used to call them, graphics from the 80s and 90s, and it's very colorful. The register is very good, very little overlay of the carrier film, so they're pretty nice decals, but the long ones will take some patience and a lot of warm water to apply. Here are the parts for the kit. As you can see, they're in pretty good shape. They've kept the molds in pretty clean condition with very little flash. And you can see those heavily smoked glass parts there. Also, you'll note the chrome is pretty nice. It's not too toy-like. There's not a lot of pieces in the kit, and it goes together very well. I would call it an easy builder for a pickup truck. Construction starts with the engine. And as you see here, there are two intake manifolds, one that supports the simple carbureted version, and the other one, of course, for the tuned port injection model. So I went with the carbureted version, as once again, I'm detailing a kit that was like one of the ones that I favored back in the day. To recreate my old Flame, I decided that I needed to make some changes to the chassis, so I also required a more conventional exhaust, so I used some side pipes from my parts stash to build that replica. But as you see here, it comes with some awesome looking side exhaust pieces for the kit right out of the box. The unpainted parts up at the top there are the exhaust for the custom version that come in the kit. It's got some nice side exit pipes there, along with a set of headers and collectors. But I'll be using parts box pieces, including the steel-colored headers that you see here, and custom exhaust side pipes that, once again, I just sourced out of my parts box. And so here are the parts to build the engine. It's pretty standard stuff, although it's a custom. So you've got some chrome pulleys up there, the fans, and the belts are black, of course. And we've already seen the custom headers I'm going to apply, with made out of steel. Now, note the engine is a custom red color. The tranny is a metal, and of course you got some chrome, rocker covers, and we've got a gold tone big carburetor that we're going to use for this build. So here's the completed engine from the driver's side, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice rendition of the old venerable 350 V8. Also, we've topped it with a nice chrome air cleaner cover, and altogether it's a pretty nice addition for our custom pickup truck. Here's a look at the kit supplied suspension. It's a really nice looking drop axle unit, but I put this into my stash box and retrieved one from it to replace the front suspension because the actual vehicle that I'm trying to replicate here had a more conventional front end. So here you see my addition. This is a mock-up of the the conventional suspension with the control A-arms there, as seen from the bottom. And we'll show you what it looks like from the other side, but really it fit right into place, and you can just sandwich this around your frame if you want to do something like that, or use the kit supplied drop axle. Here are the parts for the rear suspension. You see the springs there, painted steel color, and the shocks have been attached with some slow setting glue so that they can be positioned. Now there's also what we would have called a fake rear end for the quick change rear end style. They were kind of popular because a real quick change rear end is very expensive, and we'll assemble this and add it to the frame. And now you see there's several things in play here. The frame, of course, has been painted black, and we're going to add the rear suspension into place there. It just simply drops into position. But we're also going to mount the engine, and when we do that, we need to insert the drive shaft into both the end of the transmission and into the rear end pumpkin there. So go ahead and mount that engine and make sure that it is fully seated with some good strong glue to keep it in place. Now we can get out the dash and the steering wheel. You see there, the wheel, of course, and that inset there is a semi-gloss black. The tan is, interior color along with accent body color underneath, but it comes with some really nice decals for the gauges and molded in CB, that Citizens Band radio that was popular back in the 70s. You can go ahead and install the steering column and wheel to the dash and then put that into the slots along with the shifter for the transmission, and your interior is ready to go. The cab on this kit comes with a opening for a sunroof, but my vehicle that I'm emulating here did not, so I covered it up with a little sheet stock and then filled in the other side with some putty and smoothed it off for a smooth top. So also you see on the body here, I've highlighted in red the side marker lights and emblems, and I've removed them to make a more custom look just by scraping them off and sanding that smooth. But you'll probably want to do that anyway if you use the decals for those things, because then they will disrupt the surface, and they look better without those raised emblems and things anyway. So that'll be up to you. Now the cab on this old kit comes with the rear panel, not part of the one-piece cab as you see in the more modern ones. So you'll have to add this back plane to the cab and then smooth off the edges before painting. Now we'll be using a nice coat of light primer, and then I used a brand called One Shot 101 white for the main cab color, or the body color, and also some One Shot orange and dark magenta for the accents. Now here you see the windows. They're a dark smoke tinted window, and probably wouldn't have been street legal back in the day, but it's great for a custom truck, so we'll add that into the body now that we've got that into paint. So with the customized windows installed into the cab, and then the interior, of course, we've got a nice looking body ready to install on the frame. And remember to scrape off any paint or glue when you want to glue parts together. And you can see that we've done some detailing on the body as well. A little bit of some patches of white and magenta paint on the sides, and also the trim has been detailed. You can see, the chrome pieces are in play along with the drip edge there, and some decals that of course came out of the kit, some really nice looking flames, etc. So those go on with plenty of warm water to make sure you can position them and then squeeze out any water when you get them in place. So under the hood there's a little bit of detailing. You can see some of the pieces have been painted chrome. And also, it doesn't show the radiator being put into place. There is one, and I installed that, but then there's not enough room for the fan, which I left out. So obviously this great big V8 being put into the custom pickup here precluded any use of both. So you'll have to determine how you want to deal with that. Either moving that radiator out or finding a thinner fan, etc. But that's an issue that you'll have to deal with. Now we can place the hood. Obviously that's been painted with the accent colors and some really nice decals, and there are some small hinges that are molded into the back there at the bottom that locate the hood into place. Well, here you see some of the really nice wheels that come with the kit, those 500s that are available. But again, I'm replicating something else, so I just used some chrome reverse and baby moons there to replicate my my model. So you can do either, find some substitutes or use the kit's version. So now you can go ahead and install the wheels and just glue those onto the spindles and hubs for the axles, and you've got yourself a nice stance with the bigs and littles, and you can see that your model's coming along now. Now gather up the fenders and the parts for the bed along with the tailgate, etc., and we'll put that unit together. And also note that the tailgate is hinged. You can see it drop down there, and that is put into place as well. So here you see the bed has been assembled and decorated just like the front half, but we've added some Mustang taillights, and because there's nothing in the kit to finish off that back end. Also, I made a tonneau cover for the unit by using some shop towel, which doesn't have a pattern in it except for a grain, which makes it look more realistic. And that is simply, added to some white glue, and then once it's dried, it's just painted. And there you have a homemade but realistic looking tonneau cover. Now we're going to add some exterior features. You see here the brackets and that were a little large, I thought, for the truck, and I just put some sport mirrors into place that I found in my parts box. Also, the steps for the the step side bed there, they come in two pieces, a chromed piece and a rubber pad piece. So we'll assemble those and add those to the body as well. Well, now we've come to the end of the road. As you can see, we've added the grill, the bed, and the bumpers into place. And remember to scrape that chrome off before you glue the bumpers in to position. And I used parts box rear bumper pieces for that because there's nothing in the kit to finish that back end. Also, you see the side pipes are installed and your model is finished. So here are the parts that I had left over from the kit. It's basically a single-purpose kit, but I substituted some parts, so you see what was left over, including a whole lot of decals. Well, there you have it. Your model is complete, and as you can see, you can customize a custom kit, even making it more of a replica of a stock kit that was customized. You could do a lot of different things with this kit. It comes with enough pieces for you to have quite a bit of latitude on how you want to present it. But as you can see here with that awesome stance, I've made a street rod pickup truck that I remember from back in the day that I really liked, and I made it as close as I could to that, along with some parts, box pieces and things that made it look more like a real street rod. So here's your custom pickup in all its glory, and if I were you, I'd buy one and put it on my shelf.
Thanks for joining us at Right On Replicas, where we're proud to bring you the best scale model kit reviews on the planet.
This review is brought to you in part by Ryder's Hobby Shops, where the fun begins. Stop in to one of Ryder's 2 convenient Michigan locations where you'll find a full range of the latest hobby products, supplies, parts, tools, and paint. You'll find aisles and aisles of scale model kits, RC models, model rockets, Warhammer gaming, and railroading products. Stop in at Ryder's today and tell them Doug sent you.